What's going on, everybody? Let a couple more people get in here. All right. So, welcome back to another live interview. I'm your host, Danger. The last couple interviews that I've done, especially the one with Thomas Holtmann, it's been very well received. I got a ton of positive feedback. People are saying that I'm good at this, I'm a natural, and that I should do this. So, I'm going to start my own podcast. The next interview will be on the podcast. I still don't have a name for it, and I'd love to hear you guys' suggestions on what the podcast name should be. But I'm still going to conduct this interview as a podcast and kind of a jumping off point. So, yeah, one person already suggested Knives Out with Danger. I kind of like that. I kind of would like to hear Full Tang Clan in the name somehow. So, the Danger Zone, that's pretty good, but I don't know, Highway to the Danger Zone, we could have that playing in the intro or something. That would be Danger Podcast, it's pretty good. Full Tang Adventures, it's pretty good. Yeah, so keep those ideas coming, man. I think it's great. So I'll be pulling up the gentleman here in a moment, but I'm trying to do this as professionally as I can. I put a lot of thought into this. I'm actually super nervous, but nervous in a good way because, knife throwing is, a hobby for a lot of people. It's a lifestyle for me. I know that kind of sounds weird, but it's become part of my identity, and it's really hard for me to quantify how much knife throwing actually means to me, and how it's changed my life, in a positive way. All right, but let me get into it here. I'm sure most of you on social media have seen this gentleman throwing knives. He's a very fast learner, has been pulling off some very difficult no spin and half spin throws with every grip imaginable. He has been training martial arts for 42 years. He started with judo and later trained jiu-jitsu, aikido, and Japanese jiu-jitsu, but his first love is the traditional Chinese martial arts, which also resulted in a master's degree in Chinese literature, Chinese history, and philosophy in the Chinese language. I'm assuming that's Mandarin. He even wrote his master thesis about Kung Fu training manuals. He trained many traditional martial arts, but his main style is Northern Praying Mantis, where he happens to be the president of the German branch of the Zhonglanbao International Qizing Tang Lang Kung Fu Federation. That's a mouthful. He's also a full dog brother and a black belt in Tokyo Hirano Judo and a second-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He was the second person worldwide to become certified in Piper and Libre, but decided to move on and teach his own approach regarding the usage of the blade. He calls it the Bladecraft Method. He's also competed in Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Sanda, grappling, and many other mixed martial arts. He's also the first German student of Mikhail learning the instinctive knife throwing technique Skanf. We talk almost on a daily basis, and I'm honored to call him a friend. Thank you for doing this. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Oh shit, how do I do this? Oh man, I'm messing this up. Thank you for doing this again. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen, Thomas Holtmann.
How are you, brother?
Good, how are you, man?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good. 50 years old,
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the video, okay?
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. I'll probably share that later.
Yeah.
How many videos did you get?
Bro, I have to ask my wife, I got no idea. It's at least half an hour.
No shit.
No shit, man.
That's cool.
Then, you know how it is sometimes people you already forgot in your life.
Yeah.
Okay, there was this student back in the days,
Yeah.
and suddenly he pops up and people change because, I didn't see the guy for at least 10 years, whatever, So he's gray and all that. I'm like, damn, who is that dude?
Who is that guy?
So that was super cool, man. It was really
That's
cool.
Awesome. I got a bunch of bullet points and questions I want to ask, But
Cool.
I think the first thing I should ask is, how much am I allowed to ask you about Skanf without overstepping boundaries or revealing secrets?
There are no secrets in the way of secrets, you know what I'm trying to say? And you can ask me whatever you want, you know, like it's not like, you know, somebody tells me, oh, you're not allowed to tell this or that, you know. So it's not like a secret society, you know. Everybody can approach Mikhail, everybody can learn Skanf, you know. So it's just like, you know, like it gets difficult in a video interview to show you things, you know, like how I do it. You know, like if we would throw now, you know, it would be much more easier, you know, to show you, okay, I do this, I do that, you know, this is this force vector, this is that force vector, you know. So, I mean, see it like this, if you have some kind of science and you want to explain it just by words, you know what I mean, without showing things and all that, you know, it gets kind of difficult, you know, but, you know, just ask me. If I don't want to answer, you know, I said, fuck off, you know, like, you know.
I just wanted to respect him, you know, because
yeah, it's all cool, it's all cool, it's all cool.
So what have you been working on lately?
You mean knife throwing wise, or?
Yes.
Okay, so it's still, how can I put it? You know, like if you see Skanf in general, there are a lot of ways how you can generate the power, right? And there's this, we talked the last time about it, there's this misconception about just throwing from the side and just, you know, moving your hip in one way, you know. But like the late Ferian put it so nicely, you can produce this kind of energy in any part of your body, right?
Okay.
So I'm still working on the reverse grip from the underhand position, and I'm trying to optimize the movement, if that makes sense to you, you know, to condense it, to make it smaller, you know. And what helped me a lot was that I changed, like we talked the last time about, you know, everybody thinks, you know, like this is the grip we always use, okay? I personally love to throw like this because it suits better for a knife, using a knife in general, because normally you don't run around and having a knife like this, right? So
yeah.
normally you have a normal grip. So if everything works out, and you can see it in my clips, the knife literally shoots out of my hand.
Yeah.
You know? And you see that my arm still makes this kind of weird robotic motion to the side, however you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not doing that like on purpose. It's not like I'm telling my arm to do this movement. I'm not doing that. Okay. So when you see this happening and when you see the knife flying out, then I'm the most happiest guy on this planet, because then everything was perfect. You know, so I'm trying to make this perfect on every throw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you watch in the beginning, maybe my reverse clip on the hand, you know, when I started with it, it was more, if I'm allowed to stand up, it was more something like my arm was still here. And now it looks sometimes that my arm's more, you know, my elbow's pointing inside and the hand is more moving.
Okay.
You know? But it, like I said, it's not my brain who's saying, you know, like okay, now move the arm. No, it's because of the energy I'm producing. Because I'm so relaxed, and the power, boom, shoots through, you know, and boom, my arm ends up like this. So if I later watch my clips, I'm like, damn, you know, this is how it looks like, you know, cool, you know, because, you know, like it's correct, you know.
Yeah.
And it's effortless, you know what I'm trying to say?
It looks effortless. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I have no problem whatsoever to do it, and it's how can I put it? I'm amazed sometimes when you do it on short distance, 2 meters, 3 meters, you know, boom, you know, like fuck, man, you know, it's great, you know. So I'm working on this kind of power generation. Let's put it like this, and I'm also trying to put it on different grips. Like you see, I like the pinch grip, you know, for half spin. And like I said, I like the saber grip and, you know, reverse, you know. And I'm trying to use the same body mechanics, the same power generation with every grip, you know. So by the end of the day, if you watch the clips, you will see that my arm always moves later on in some way, you know.
Okay.
So I'm on the right track. Let's put it like this, you know.
Yeah. We call it ice pick grip here in the States, but reverse grip.
Yes.
It makes
Yes,
sense. But those throws that you're doing are just incredible, dude. I've been throwing for a while now, and I can throw damn near every way. But that reverse grip is just an enigma to me. I cannot do it correctly. I haven't practiced it all that much because it's so hard that I get really mad.
I'm with you. I'm completely with you. It's weird in the beginning, completely, and I don't like to do it from the top. You know,
really?
No, I suck at it. I hate it. You know, it's like, fuck, don't force me to do it, please. Trying to say, I don't like it. But for example, backhand reverse or underhand, it just feels natural. Yeah, like that. So I think the main misconception with people is that people have the tendency to do what I like to call a chopstick grip.
That's what I did, yeah.
Which is still kind of ice pick because it's ice pick,
Sure.
But we hold it like this in a very gentle way,
Okay.
It's not like fighting, no. It's relaxed, and then you just go for it, So in the beginning, it's difficult, definitely, but your friend Bill, who also started to train Skanf now, if you saw his development inside the reverse grip, and he's just doing it for some weeks, So you see that the thing is, if there's a progression, if you have a good teacher, and if you have a method which is scientifically approved, and you can make different people do the same thing, so there's nothing to argue anymore about. You can say hi. Come here. Say hi.
Hello.
So that's the main thing, So Mikhail knows exactly what he's doing, and we have certain exercises who help you to develop those skills. So it's not like you're standing there in front of your target and just throw, because it makes no sense. Because muscle memory doesn't care if you do things right or wrong, right? It's just repetition, right? So
yes.
you can memorize wrong movement, right?
Yeah.
So the beneficial part is that we see if the knife sticks, yes or not, right? But that's the tricky part, like we talked the last time, because the goal should not be that the knife sticks. The goal should be that the knife sticks in a correct way.
Understood.
And that's where in the beginning, as far as I see it, and I still see myself as a beginner, as a white belt. So please don't get me wrong. If I now say beginners, because I'm still a beginner, but beginners always want to have the perfect result, meaning to stick. So if it's not working in this way, you maybe, okay, it sticks. Yeah, I got it,
Yeah.
And that's the tricky part, because it takes time. Skanf takes time. It's like that. There may be different kinds which you can learn faster. I got no idea, because for me, like I told you last time, Skanf is natural since my traditional Chinese martial arts background.
Yeah.
That way, how to generate the power through rooting, through hips, different force vectors, it's nothing new to me. It's just a different way how it's put together there. So just do the way and do it. But that reverse grip is kind of unique, if you want to say it, but there are a lot of people right now throwing reverse grip. And there's also one tutorial out, and one gentleman, he's also picking up things fast, he's throwing reverse grip, and that's beautiful, you see? Because he got fun, he's exploring, he's doing new ways how to do it. So nobody can say this is correct or this is wrong. I can just say that we do it in a different way. That's the way how I've been taught. And as far as I see it, Mikhail is worldwide the #1 for reverse grip. There's no better.
It seems that way for sure. Yes, I understand what you're saying. I'm not satisfied unless my knife sticks this way. A stick is a stick, especially in competition. You're still getting those points, but man, when it sticks straight, it's just a thing of beauty. that,
Yes.
you know, the sound it makes and the feeling that
Yes.
you get when it sticks straight is so
Yes.
different.
Yes.
So
Yes. And you want to do that again. You want to do that again. It's like
addictive.
this little treat. It's addictive. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I found myself in the beginning also in this kind of trap that you start to adjust the move. You know it's not correct. You know
Yeah.
it. But you fucking trick yourself because it's perfect now. I can live with it.
Okay.
Beginning reverse grip was like this for me. You know, 3 fingers. I was cheating. You know, the first throws because I was like, oh, that's easy.
Yes.
That's easy. No.
Yeah.
It has to be like this.
So so there is nothing on the backside. You're not putting your thumb.
No,
nothing. So
never ever.
Man, that's why it's magic to me. Because I still don't understand. It's awesome.
The thing is, if you put energy into an object and the object is not fixed in your hand, it will slide out, right? It will. We all know that. We all do this. If you have a walking stick and you just play around with the stick up and down, you know, play with, you know, like force comes up, force comes down, and the stick is moving up and down, right?
Yeah.
Because of the power. But you're not hammering it like this. You do it like this, and it goes up, boom, it goes down, boom, it goes up, boom, you know. So if I can do it in this direction too, right?
Sure.
You see, the blade is moving. I'm not doing it. The blade is moving. So if I give the power, it's just shooting out. It's simply just shooting out.
So would you equate it to putting a bow shuriken inside of a tube?
Yeah. Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. But the thing is that when you put the bow shuriken inside the tube, I could still do it in a Skanf way, but most people will do it
slide,
you know, chopping, you know, like pushing way, however you want to call it. Okay.
Yeah.
But yes, that's a very good example. Yeah.
Okay. Wow, man.
Because people have a tendency to you know, I love those cleavers. I love it, man.
Those are so cool.
You know,
cool.
And if I could decide, I would just throw this thing. You know what I mean? Like for me personally, if I do my own training just for myself, not exploring the art, just having fun, I just throw the thing. You know?
Yeah.
Because if you watch the clips, you can see that this thing shoots out.
Yes.
And he gets so much mass. So boom, and it hits the target. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
You don't get hit with that. You know what I mean? There's so much power behind it, you know? And it's flying fucking straight, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the whole idea. We want to have this perfect stick. We just have different approaches how we achieve it, right?
Yeah.
So the reverse grip, by the end of the day, all throws are the same. It doesn't matter if it's reverse grip. It doesn't matter if it's saber grip. It doesn't matter if it's half spin. It doesn't matter if it's a pinch grip, half, whatever. By the end of the day, it's all the same body mechanics. You just change the grip. That's it.
Interesting.
If you watch it, you know, like today, the clip I posted today, it's always the same body mechanics. It's always the same. But
it looks that way too.
Yeah, yeah. So, but that's just one way how you can do it. There are a lot of ways how you can generate this power, you know? And there are a lot of ways how these different force vectors inside your body work together, you know? Like, for example, when I'm sitting, I can't use my rooting in the same way, obviously, because I'm sitting. But I can still use my upper body, and I can still use the pulling movement, right?
Yeah.
So with the relaxation and everything, it's the same. It's definitely the same. But it looks kind of different. So if you see different, if I'm allowed to call it different branches of Skanf, I see it like there's this grandmaster, like in Chinese martial arts, and he has good students, right? And those students develop their own way of doing things. Okay, and those students again, and those, you know, like a big tree. Okay, so if you watch the different main students of Dillon doing things, you will see similarities, but it also looks different, right?
Different body mechanics. Everybody's built differently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody is holding the hand a little bit different. Somebody is waving a little bit here, it looks like. Somebody is just putting the hand behind, you know, on the back, and it's going like this. There are a lot of different ways how these top students, if I'm allowed to call them like this, are doing it, right? So they all learn from the same master. So yeah. Who can say this is right or this is wrong? Nobody.
Yeah.
We were not there, right?
Sure.
So as a matter of fact, I know that my Shifu in Chinese martial arts, he's doing things a little bit different. You know, his stances are a little bit different. It's a little bit different. And he was taking care of the late Grandmaster, and the late Grandmaster literally died under his roof. So, as a matter of fact, a lot of things changed at the end of his lifespan. You know what I mean? Like he was like, okay, better do it like this, better do it like this, better do it like this. So the people who are close to the source will do it then differently, because, you know, the source is saying, okay, this is one way, but I also developed this way. Do it like this. People who maybe have learned 3, 4, 5 years ago and stopped because they moved to another town, they have married, whatever, you know, they still do it in the old way, not the wrong way, the old way. So by the end of the day, suddenly you have 2 branches from the same tree. But if those students also spread apart, by the end of the day, this guy on the right will say, no, the guy on the left is doing it wrong. That's completely wrong. You know, I never learned that. Because maybe he never asked his teacher. Because his teacher could say, yeah, that's one way, we learned it too, but I like that way more, and, you know. So it's natural, you know, and Skanf is not chiseled in stone, like we say in Germany. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's not like, boom, you have. Yes, there are rules, you know. It's like on the highway, there are rules. You know, use your light, you know, watch over the shoulder, blah, 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 blah. You know, all those things we all know. But we all do it a little bit different, right?
Okay.
But by the end of the day, we all reach our goal, hopefully without an accident, you know? So you should see it more like this, you know, because people always have the tendency to judge things by one video, for example. Oh, Skanf, this is Skanf. This is Skanf. And making fun about it because this is Skanf, this is Skanf, this is Skanf. Bro, are you fucking nuts? No, it's not. This is one way how you can generate power. That's correct. But that doesn't mean that this is the complete picture, right?
So how do you identify, how can you tell from watching someone whether or not they're doing it right if it looks similar?
For me personally, there's no right and wrong. Let's start it like this. No, because I couldn't care less.
Okay.
People approach me after our last interview, bro, bro, is this Skanf? Do I throw Skanf? What do you think? To be honest, I don't give a shit. No, I couldn't care less. Why in the fuck people approach a white belt and asking about his opinion? It makes nobody would. Okay, you have Hickson Gracie, you have Kaik, you have Hansel Gracie, you have all these big masters, and you have this white belt who was in an interview. And suddenly all the people, excuse me, you know, if Hickson is doing it right, what the fuck you asked me for? First of all, I couldn't care less what you do. Because do you stick the knife? Yes, beautiful. Do you love how you do it? Yes. Does it make you happy? Yes. Is it more a hobby for you? Then fuck it anyway. Do you take it serious like we do? Do you love it? Really love it? Can you still develop yourself inside it? You know, like, does it give you something? So what the fuck you ask me then?
I think it's because I see us as being moderators, because you know, obviously there's a language barrier there, and it's always been like a secret and who is doing it right and whatnot. So I see why people are seeking you out, because you become this moderator in between our two countries or whatever.
But why do you care in the first place?
Because it sounds cool. People just want to be able to say that they're throwing a certain way. I think it's become.
So let me put it like this. If you have any kind of science, you go to the university, you approach a teacher, you do your exams, first year, second year, blah, 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 you get your degree, you write your thesis. Okay. So suddenly people think they see a video in a language they don't understand. They copy a movement from a video in a language which they don't understand. They have success in the meaning of the knife sticks. But they think they are doing exactly what the professor was telling the guys in the class. Bro, are you stupid? Yeah. Nobody would ever think that if it comes to any kind of science, nobody would think that. Just because I see brain surgery doing, and I watch it all over again. And brain surgery is in fucking Japanese, and my Japanese sucks. I can just curse. So suddenly, I have this idiot who's like, yeah, do it on me. And I do it on him, and I got success. And then I say, Thomas, look, that's brain surgery. Oh, really? Cool. It wouldn't work out, bro. But I don't get it why people think that they can do it. Are there exceptions of the rules? Yes, for sure. But these people are, in a good way, crazy. Yeah. Look at Chris. Chris is like a library if it comes to Skanf. Okay, he knows all the shit. He knows all the students, teachers. This guy is dedicated to Skanf. He's for me the exception of the rule. Yeah. What he's doing with half spin and also with no spin is for me a thing of beauty. It is. You know what I mean? Incredible. But like I said, he's the exception of, for me personally, the exception of the rule, because other people are like, oh, I'm throwing Skanf now. How long are you throwing knives? Oh yeah, 2 weeks. That's good. You saw the video. Yeah. So you grab the blade and you do this sideways movement. Yeah. It's Skanf. Oh yeah, beautiful. And it sticks. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Yeah, this is Skanf. Yeah, right. For sure. Bro, it makes, if you just step back from the picture, that people even ask me is ridiculous. If you didn't learn it from a teacher, if you didn't spend time on it, really time, and I mean dedication, not just time. Time is fucking. Why the fuck you ask me? It's so ridiculous. You can't do it right. It's impossible. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can shoot in the fucking air and you hit the fucking eagle. Yeah, it could happen. And I'm so happy for you because, you had no clue when you were doing it, but it worked out and I'm super cool. Yeah, that's good, man. But if you think nobody would do it if it comes to any kind of science, physics, whatever, biology, nobody would say, I saw a video in a language I don't understand. I tried to mimic it because it's mimic. It's not understanding. It's you mimic a movement. The first thing you learn inside Skanf is that you are free. I'm free to do what I want as long as I obey the rules of the power generation of the force vectors, blah, 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 blah. Did you saw anybody else of Mikhail's students throwing saber grip? No? No. I'm the only one. Really? Yeah. Why? Because I like it. Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was part of the curriculum and people didn't do it or something. No. You can actually, if people would watch the complete instructional DVD, by the end, Master Fedin is showing different kind of grips, how you can grip the blade. And he's literally gripping it all over the place, you know what I mean? Just to show that it doesn't matter how you grip it. It's the power generation, how the force vectors work together, Yeah. So, my point is that I'm not exceptional good. My point is just that my teacher gives me the freedom to do what I like. Yeah. But still, I have to do my homework. Still, I have to go to the exam. Still, I have to do other stuff, which I maybe don't like in school. You know what I mean? Yeah. There are things you maybe don't like. I hated to throw nails in the beginning. I do too. You can ask my wife. I was like, this is a fucking nail and this is fucking wood. Because, like, I had to throw on wood all the time. So it was not like foam or whatever. It was always, Thomas, you go to the wood target, no exception. So, no, it didn't work. So I was frustrated and I was like, man, maybe I'm too stupid. Maybe I don't get it. Like a normal regular student, it's a learning curve and it's a progression, right? So I can do basically what I want as long as I obey the rules. So when then people who got, for me, and please excuse my language, no fucking clue what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Because you didn't learn Skanf. Who are you to tell me that I have to grab it like this because you saw it on the video? Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. My teacher spent a lot of time with the creator of this style, method, system, however you want to call it, right? And you want to tell me, you, the person who watched the video in a language you don't understand, you want to tell me that I'm doing it wrong. Oh, cool. Thank you. Thank you so much. You got no clue.
I have a pretty good analogy. So about 3 years ago, I think 2 or 3 years ago, I got into katanas.
Yeah.
And I'm a visual learner, so I would just watch people on YouTube, and I can recreate a lot of the stuff that they're doing. But I seeked out a Bujinkan Taijutsu teacher that is not too far from me, and I started training there. And it has become very eye-opening, the Kenjutsu part, because now I understand why things are being done. And it's been a real eye-opener, and it's cool.
Yeah. You need the whys, the hows, and the whens. When to do it, how to do it, and why to do it.
Yeah.
Then things start to fall into place, and then it makes sense.
Yes.
And then you have a system, method, or whatever you want to call it, where you can develop your own approach to it, and where you can, grow inside of it, right?
Yeah.
I like to always compare it with the alphabet. Like we said last time, if you teach my son an A, it would be like 3 things. This is an A. If we go to fucking China and we tell the guy, please show an A, he will do this. So we all know what an A is.
Okay.
It's the same. All the students of Mikhail, we all know what is this, what is that. We all know that. But that doesn't mean that I have to do it like this. I can use the grip I personally prefer. But I can still do, like today, for example, in the clip where I'm using, the Kiridashi from Chris, he gave me a birthday present. I'm doing a backhand reverse grip again, I didn't train that for at least 6 months.
Really?
Never ever. But today it was like, yeah, do it. Because, I think it's good that people see, it's not just a half spin knife or whatever, you can do whatever you want, so I just, because it's a method. It's once you understand it, it's like a little seed Mikhail plants inside of you. And when it starts to blossom, bro, the sky literally is the limit.
I know you keep saying that you're a white belt and you're a beginner, but you're exceptional. It's exceptional what you're doing.
I'm exceptionally good looking.
What's that?
I'm exceptionally good looking. No, sorry, bro. Yeah.
No, I mean, how long have you been throwing now?
Not even 1 year.
See, what you're doing is incredible, and most people do not achieve what you're doing in that short amount of time. And it's impressive, man. And that's one of the reasons why people reach out to you as well. Yeah.
Thank you. But that's because I'm a teachable student. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's probably the #1 reason why you're so good.
A lot of times, because I teach seminars and I teach a lot of martial arts. The best thing you have is a guy who is addicted to it, but he got no clue. Because he will bring the will, he will bring the patience, but nothing will interfere. For example, if I would teach you Skanf, that would be a hell of a ride, bro. Because you're a fucking amazing good thrower.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, I know. I'm a white belt too, so not your level white belt, but you know what I'm saying. So the thing is that you learned so much before that your body has to relearn things.
Yeah. Yes.
And
good point.
These old habits, manners, however you want to call it, slip in easily. So I always, and this is the gift I got from God, Buddha, Allah, whoever gave it to me, my mom, is that I'm always a whiteboard. I can do that. I'm always a beginner. I start to see things like in the beginning of Skanf. After the first 3 weeks, I was like, this is like I do it in Chinese. So I asked my teacher, is this correct? And he was like, yeah, you understood it. Good. Continue. So I still do what he tells me, but I get the confidence. Of course, I'm doing it now for so many years. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
The Chinese martial arts side. So, but if your brain is already, full with other stuff, it gets so difficult. And this is why I think I became so good so fast, because I was just, like I told you before, I was just doing some Chinese way of throwing things, and like my daddy, I told you, he taught me military half spin, with
Sure.
the bike, So, but that's not daily throwing, what I mean?
Right.
So it was very easy for me just to do it, and I'm the person, I'm doing it. I'm not asking why, because I hate it when I tell a student. And he's, why I have to do it? Because I'm fucking telling you. Do it.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Right. So I think that's the point, like I'm very teachable.
An example that I could give is I'm really good friends with Jason Johnson. I call him Bushido, pro knife thrower, whatever. Yeah. He has his own way of throwing that he's developed over many, many years, and he's incredible. And when we first met, I was already set in my ways of the way I throw. But I respect him so much as a thrower and a friend that I wanted to learn his way.
Yeah.
And I can have some success, but I will tell you that it fucked up my throwing. Like I couldn't go back to there was something that I didn't realize I was doing, but it fucked up my throwing, man. And it was very frustrating because I didn't understand what I was doing wrong. I tried going back to the way that I used to do it, and it's like I lost it. And to be honest, I still haven't figured out what exactly it is. Every once in a while, I'm like, oh, I was changing my grip, or I was changing the angle of the knife or whatever, and I still haven't figured it out. And that's one of my problems is I'm not very disciplined. I go out there, I drink beer, and I throw, and I have success, and then I chase that for a while. And it's one of my biggest downfalls, but whatever.
Yeah, but it's what you just said, like because you're so trapped inside your own moves, and then you see something new.
Yeah.
And you want to mimic, you want to copy it, and you even have the teacher who's telling you how to do it.
Yep.
But it's very difficult for people to get rid of it, just to let it go. If you have judo guys, for example, and the judo guys are doing judo for so many years, and in judo, it's okay to curl down like a ball, because like after a couple of seconds, the ref will stand you up, right? In old school judo, it's not like this. In Brazilian jiu-jitsu, if you crawl up like a ball, I fucking choke you, right?
Yeah.
So you have these black belts back in the days when I started over, 20 years ago and all that, like back in the days, you had all these judo black belts getting the ass whooped by blue belts in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, because they couldn't get rid of this fucking curling up to a ball. They knew it's wrong. They are not stupid. They know they get choked. But it fucking saved your life for so many years, because, I do this and the ref says, yes, stand up. So that's the tricky part, to get to tell your computer, to erase everything right now. Because like you said, when you then go back to the old way, it's fucked up.
Yep. Old habits die hard.
Fact.
Yeah. I wish I was more satisfied when I was just throwing in my backyard and I hadn't explored anything else. I was so good back then, man. Like I was on fire. I'm talking about rotational throwing right now.
Yeah.
But I still can't get back to where I was, man. I had like a 260 average. You know, Taylor and I were throwing every day. I taught him, so we had the same style.
Yeah.
And I'm just not as competitive as I once was. I don't take it as seriously, but I would like to get back to that spot, and I don't know if it's possible anymore.
I personally think it's possible. For sure it is. But it will be a hard way to do it. And I don't know if it's worth it. You know, it's your brain. You know, it's one thing. One thing you have to understand is when you do complex movements, like for example Skanf or knife throwing in general, because rotational throwing, axe throwing, that's a fucking complex movement, right? So your brain needs time to digest it, to understand what's happening. So I have students who train one certain weapon every day, and the other student trains this weapon every third day, every fourth day. The second one gets better because his brain got time to think about it and to adjust to the new way of doing things. Okay, and when you then, for example, if we talk about Skanf and if we talk about the different grips, like I know I repeat myself, and I hope I don't you know like bore the shit out of the people who are watching us, but it's the same body mechanics. So it's just here, right?
Yeah.
So explain to my brain, why is this grip when I throw it the same body mechanics, like when I hold it like this, like when I hold it like this, like when I hold it like this? My brain is like, no, it's not. It's not. And then I guess it is. So we have this little discussion. And the brain is like, no. And I'm, yeah. And it takes time. And suddenly, one day, you're standing there and you're doing a fucking half spin throw. Boom. Nice stick. And you grip it in normal, regular no spin. Boom. Because it's the same thing. It's the same power generation. It's the same force vector. And those wannabe Skanf experts out there watching videos, if you watch the video correct, this is what Dillon is showing you guys. He's doing different grips, he's doing the same body mechanics, and he's telling you guys it's the same. Don't adjust, but it's hard. Yeah. If you, for example, instinctive throwing is a lot of times for people that they instinctively adjust the finger, you know, according to the distance, right? Isn't it more like rotational then?
It is, and I don't like doing that. Only in extreme cases where I'm very far and I'm outside of my
where you wear exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to change my grip. I want it to be the same every time.
Yes. So in Skanf, it doesn't matter if it's 2 meter or 4 meter or 5 meter or 6 meters. It's the same.
Man, that's hard to wrap your head around.
Watch the clip I did today. I'm standing because I told you before, I can't throw outside. We're still in lockdown. I'm not allowed to go to sports park, whatever. You know, so I'm just stuck there, and I will be the best thrower at 5 meters because it will be like that.
Yeah.
So, but if you watch it, please, the first 3 throws are all reverse grip on the hand. 3 meter, 4 meter, 5 meter. All the same.
Yeah.
It's the same. But my brain in the beginning was like, no, it's not. Because I see the distance. Yes. So if you see the distance, you will put more force behind it, right?
Yep.
And yes, there comes the time where you have to put more, you have to. I mean, you know, yes. It's ballistic. We all know that, you know, like you have to. I mean, you know, yep. Yes, for sure. Everybody has to do it. But till a certain distance, and this depends on your skill level, you know, whatever, you know, it's always the same. But my brain was in the beginning like, no, it's not. So I was putting more power into it. Power, meaning it's not Skanf.
Yes.
There was no force vectors. There was no power generation. There was just brutal. Maybe I do this more. Oh, and it was a push.
Yeah.
And it over-rotate, under-rotate. It didn't stick. You know what I mean? Bling, 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 you know? So, fuck, you know? But when I go back to 3 meters, pock. So when you just go, pock. Oh, fuck, that was 4 meters. Oh, man. Yeah, it's the same. But it takes time.
Sure.
You have to learn that. Your brain, you know, literally has to learn that the distance is just in your head. Literally, I'm not throwing at the target. I'm throwing behind the target. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
I'm not. It's like a punch. I'm not aiming here. I want. This is where I aim. You know? So it helps you a lot with your brain. You know, because this is, by the end of the day, the computer is telling, you know, what the body has to do, right?
Yeah.
So it gets difficult for people, and it was difficult for me, and it's still difficult for me.
Okay.
You know, throwing 10 meters reverse underhand is not like I'm doing 10 times after each other and everybody sticks. No, it's not like that. It's because it's still like, fuck, you know? And then you have days it's like, boom, stick, nice. Boom, stick, nice. Boom, stick, nice. Is the camera on? No. Fuck it. You know? So it's also your daily mood. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like I told you before, personally, you know, with you know, like sometimes when something in your life happens, you're not so focused, and those are the worst days of throwing.
Yes.
It literally makes no sense, but we're idiots because we think if we now train, we're a good person. We have to do. No, it would be better to sit on the couch, talk to your wife, play with your kids, and throw some more. Because by the end of the day, you and I, we know that. We get frustrated in the way of because we couldn't achieve the goal we did the day before.
Yes.
But our body is not in the mood. My brain is not in the mood. How the fuck can I expect them to make progress?
That's hard for me, man. I'm stubborn.
Yeah. Oh, I'm. Yeah. This is why we're so good friends because you know. Yeah, we are like that.
Yeah.
But by the end of the day, we also grown enough to know it was a mistake. We shouldn't have done it.
Yeah. Hey, Thomas, I'm not sure, but I think Instagram caps this at 1 hour and we have only 14 minutes left. And I have all these questions.
Please, sir.
Okay. Is knife throwing a martial art?
Yes.
Is it viable for combat or self-defense?
Yes. Not just knife throwing tools, I like to call it.
Sure.
Yeah, yes.
What is your philosophy for combat?
Hit first.
I like that.
Don't fall behind.
I like that. What is your favorite weapon?
Traditional wise or carrying wise allowed?
Do you have just one favorite out of anything?
Spear.
Spear rules all, man. Do you have a favorite throwing knife?
No.
You don't want to be.
It's a tool. I don't have a favorite screwdriver. Makes no sense. But let's put it like this: one screwdriver maybe fits better for some tasks.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have no, bro. I'm still throwing my. You know, like look how fucked up the thing is. I'm not paying hundreds of dollars for knives.
No.
Are you crazy? It's just a piece of steel. No.
Yes. Okay, I like that. What are your knife throwing goals? Will you compete?
As far as I see it, competition, like I told you last time, I've competed all my life long. I started competing when I was 7 years old in judo. I won a lot of championships. I lost a lot of championships. I will for sure one day also go to a knife competition and compete because you have to. I think you have to. Every art I did, you have to do it at least once.
You gotta see, you know.
At least go there one time, right?
Check it out. Yeah.
No, for me it's more an addition to my martial arts skills. I see it more like this. I'm not into it because I want to have a trophy, bro. I got enough trophies. No. No.
Are you taking on new students for Bladecraft Method? And if so, what do you charge for that?
You mean charging money wise?
Yes.
Well, like usually it's like people attend my seminars, and if you want to become my private student, I have to know you because I teach. By the end of the day, I teach you how to finish people with a blade, right? So there's the top of the mountain, which you can teach everybody, which is also by other groups on Instagram or on YouTube. And there's the stuff which gets very serious. And I have to know you before I do this,
Yeah.
Then, it's, I got a day job, I'm earning good money. So I'm not into it because of the money. But I'm also not cheap and nothing is for free.
Okay. All right. Gong Fu and Kung Fu.
Yeah.
What are the difference? I don't understand that.
Cantonese and Mandarin.
Oh.
In the old days, all the guys were going to Hong Kong, like Britain, and all the guys were, like for the harbors and, tea and opium and all that shit, So Kung Fu or Gung Fu.
Gung Fu. Okay.
Gung Fu. Yes. So, but it's the same character. It's the same shit. There's no difference. Just another.
I had a side note here, and it just says, it's always funny to me when people talk shit about competitive knife throwing. Like, what do you think that you're doing? You're competing against yourself. And that's what competitive knife throwing is. You're not trying to beat someone else. You're trying to beat your own self. Because it's fucking hard, man. Knife throwing is hard.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so.
It's not easy. Not easy at all. No. And I got the highest respect for everybody who's doing it. You know what I mean? For everybody, because we all, like we talked before, we all have our bad days. So if you still do it, man, heads up to you. That's awesome. I love it.
Another thing I had wrote down was the first few years when I got into knife throwing, 2013 to 2015, you couldn't even buy Russian throwing knives online. There was I don't know if it was a law or they weren't allowed to, but in the past few years, man, it's just, I can't even tell how many different knife throwing companies are. And there's a lot of really good knives coming out of Russia now. So that's pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah. I got a couple silly things here to keep it lighthearted. Skanf or Skanf?
I say Skanf.
Okay. Porsche or Porsche?
Bro, I'm fucking German. It's a Porsche.
Push or pull? Are you a butt man or a boob man?
Sounds stupid. Listen to that. But I met my wife at the university. And the first thing when she was entering the room was this, I saw this beautiful face. You know what I'm saying? And by the end of the day, I think it's first face.
Okay.
And then booty. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just thought.
No. It's all good. She knows that. She's sitting over there. She knows that.
My girlfriend just heard me ask you that question in the other room. She goes, "Oh my God." So we still got a few minutes left. That's everything I have wrote down, man. We went over a lot of good stuff. There's anything that you want to add? You want to tell people where they can find you on social media, your YouTube and all that stuff?
So like they can find me on Skanf Deutschland or a Bladecraft Method, So when you're interested in seminars like we also talked about, just inbox me. I know right now because of the COVID shit, it's a little bit difficult, you know. But literally, I'm traveling all over the world, to teach my method and to help people, And I would just wish that people would be a little bit more open-minded,
Okay.
You have so many idiots who are like, no, throwing a tool got no value inside the self-defense situation. And I always like to ask the people, do you remember the first time you got hit with a snowball in the face? Yes, you do. So how was it? It was shitty, right? So now imagine I take whatever it is, any pointy or even not pointy, take the can, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking throw it into your face. So what will be your reaction? You will react, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, and then people have this stupid argument, oh, I don't give my opponent a fucking knife. So what do you think? I'm a fucking assassin? The idiot who approaches me will have a weapon beforehand, right? I'm not running around and throwing, oh, I hate you. what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
People are so close-minded and so stupid in their approach. It's a skill. It was a skill which is used in China, in Japan, on the Philippines, even in Germany. It's used in the military. It's taught back in the days. So it's a skill. See it like it is. You don't have to like it, but it's like that, you know. So don't come with these stupid assumptions, you know. I don't throw my only knife away. Yeah, I'm so stupid. I just got one knife and I throw it away. Yeah, sorry, I'm so stupid. Bro, please, by all means, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always the same, you know.
Yeah.
And I would also, you know, maybe to add back, you know, that the knife community, if there is a knife community, if there is one, because, you know, most of the times it's like, no, there's not, because everybody's shitting on the other person. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And there are people like you who are trying to build things up.
Yes.
And then people are like, oh, fuck Danger, you know, he's an asshole. And, you know, why? You know, fucking hell. He's doing everything for the community.
Yes.
You don't like him. Maybe he's ugly in your eyes. Whatever. I didn't say that. But you know what? So, but give the guy some respect. Give people respect to do something. Like Adam, you know, you know, the full Tang Clan in general, other groups who are doing things for the community.
Sure.
You know? Be grateful for that. You know, they do competitions. Would I go there? No. Just to meet you. Because, you know, like we talked before, I wouldn't compete. But be grateful, because people are trying to bring this beautiful skill, sport, whatever, out of this niche.
Yes.
And give it a spotlight, right?
Yep.
So be grateful for that, you know? You don't have to like the people, but, you know, at least, you know, see their approach, you know?
I try to get along with everybody, but you're going to have haters there, and it's okay. It's okay.
I earned my haters, bro. I got them all over the world. I love them.
I think it's great. Yeah.
It's awesome.
So anyone watching this, 2021 is obviously out of the question, but if we can gather enough interest, I would like to get Thomas over to Dangerfest in 2022 and see if we can do some classes and hang out and throw knives together. I think that'd be a great time.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Too bad we can't do it this year, but
yeah, fuck it, man.
Next year we got a year to get some interest, you know, and I'm pretty sure we already have enough interest, you know, to get.
I got a year to gain some skills, you know, so
some skills. Well, we're getting down to the wire here, man. I think we should just go ahead and wrap it up.
Cool.
Yeah, everybody look forward to the podcast. I'm looking forward to hearing everybody's ideas on the name for it. And I will definitely be having you back for part 3.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Take care,
it.
brother. Okay?
Later.
Bye.